What does that mean? It means that the veil that has been hiding so much poverty and pain and misery is being stripped off.
Real life.
It ain't real life. Just ain't real life. Street Starz. You know what time it is.
Trump right now is on trial for, the situation that happened back in early 2000s as far as trying to, of course, cover up funds paid to, you consider mistresses or anything of that nature. With that happening right now as we speak, and we seen a man light himself on fire in front of the courthouse while on day one. From your standpoint, being just, on the political side of things, but just really on the social side of things, what message does this send to the nation with this trial going on and you see people going to those extremes in America where they would light themselves on fire or something that you would see in a third world country to protest or either to bring attention to what's happening right here?
Well, you remember we also had the brother set himself on fire given the situation in Gaza with the genocide and the ethnic cleansing and the apartheid-like conditions. We're reaching a point where people will go to extreme actions based on a profound sense of powerlessness, impotence, feeling as if they don't make a difference, and they express themselves in that act of setting themselves on fire. Now, I think that one of the things we have to come to terms with is what Malcolm X called chickens coming home to roost. What did he mean by that? He meant that you reap what you sow. He meant that sooner or later, the very thing that you have been pushing aside and repressing will return with a tremendous power that will call into question the grounds upon which you stand. And we're in a Malcolm X moment. What does that mean? It means that the veil that has been hiding so much poverty and pain and misery is being stripped off. And people can see it. And I know Cat Williams says it's the year of the truth, right? Okay, well, he's a comic artist in his own fascinating way. He said, the truth more and more will be revealed. So it is about the country. So it is about the country. And so in the case of Trump, see, Trump has been somebody. He's been a bona fide gangster since I met him over 40-some years ago. But he's a wannabe gangster, But it means he can say anything and do anything and get away with it. See, that's what gangsters do. They just say anything, do anything, get away with it. Gangsters come in all colors. I got gangster in me. I got to work on it every day. You want to say something and get away with it. You want to do something, get away with it. No, life's not like that. You got accountability. Sooner or later, you got to take responsibility. Finally, now you see him in court. Boy, he's a different kind of brother in court, isn't he?
Oh, man.
Oh, he's diminished. Lord have mercy. Humbled and everything. Hey, where's all of that swagger? Come on, brother. I thought you had that Scarface model. No, you've been humbled now. That's true for all of us. All of us got to be accountable. Same is true with the trigger-happy policeman. Same is true with anybody who does something they ought not to do. Sooner or later, you got to take accountability. But that's also true for classes. That's true for white supremacists. It's true for male supremacists who mistreat the sisters and so forth. Sooner or later, you're not going to be the master of the universe. Sooner or later, you're going to be accountable. That's what's happening right now with Trump. But let me tell you this before I stop.
Let's please.
There's a good chance, Brother Jonathan, that I won't be running against Trump or Biden.
I felt that.
Trump could be on his way to jail, Biden to do an LBJ moment and say, I no longer am running because the polls have completely undercut me everywhere I go. They got the anti-war protesters. I can't get out a word my party is saying. I'm too old. I got rigor mortis. I'm running out of gas. Hey, we don't know. But my calling is I'm going to be consistent and constant, trying to tell the truth and seek justice and be faithful unto death. This is just not a campaign. This is my life. This is my calling.
And I saw that because, you know, some people question, well, is he dividing the vote? Is he, what's his purpose of running? But I look at Trump's legal issues, and he has more coming possibly, where this is not, there's a few more trials, federal, Atlanta, and people are saying, you know, as far as with Trump, of course, no president has ever had criminal charges brought up against him, and let alone have to consider possibly going to jail. They have to see even how that looks. With Biden, we're technically seeing, let's just say, to be honest, lapses in memory that is coming at some real unfortunate and unopportune times. To where you know, we never really question age in presidency. You want to make sure everyone has their morals together, and that's why I say, you know, from your knowledge in the system and just people knowing who you are, and with Trump going on with Biden, your chances are even rising even more. That's why it's more important to have this conversation.
That's exactly right, and I deeply appreciate that, though, brother, because any historical moment teaches us that history is incomplete, unpredictable, and unfinished. And what we do makes a difference, and we got to do what we called to do. You don't check the polls and check this tendency and that tendency. You tell the truth and seek justice and throw down.
How old is it too old to be president, would you say?
It depends on the quality of your mind and the dynamics of your heart. You could be young and a gangster and a coward. You can be older and still courageous. But it differs from person to person, my dear brother. It really does. Now, when you reach the point where people begin to raise the question, does he really have both paddles in the water? You got to take that question seriously.